The most simple requirement is basic driving skill because you're going to be using the simulator to race. So if you don't know how to change gears or know your racing lines, it's going to be tricky. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it will be a little bit tricky. But otherwise, it's just a very inclusive sport. The minimum age requirement that we have for participating in the eRacing Grand Prix is 14, and there is no age limit. We've had, in the past events that we've thrown, especially in Hong Kong, the oldest participant was 48.
It's very different now. You know, 20 years ago, when I was in Formula One, the question I got asked the most was, how do you become a race car driver? And 20 years ago, I didn't have an answer. I mean, yeah, you can do some karting and stuff, but even karting is out of the reach of most people. It's expensive. It's not the case anymore, you know? Nowadays, I hardly get asked that question because people just don't see it being a possibility of getting in motorsports. But it is possible now through sim racing. And it doesn't matter where you're from or what size you are, you know, everything is equal. All the cars are equal because it's in the game, it's simulated. It's not like you have to spend extra $100,000 to buy the latest car or the latest update package. Where in motorsports it can be quite unequal. In sim racing, it's all equal. And that's what sports is all about. It's about having an equal playing field and everyone racing each other hard to see who's best.
I'm an engineer,
salesperson,
IT executive, I'm a doorman,
insurance investigator,
quantity surveyor,
businessman. Saya penjual Milo,
e-sport athlete.
The background for most of these participants that came on board, it's very interesting because some of them were actual race car drivers. When I say race car, they could be from go-karting or from formula car driving. But there are also some that just purely out of nowhere. They've got a driving license, they've never used a simulator, they have no knowledge of motorsport, but they were very curious about it. They came, and some of them actually made it to our top 45 as well, so that was pretty interesting.
I'm the head of learning and development for Axiata Group.
Admin exec in a logistic company.
I'm still working as safety and health executive, doing my part-time studies in master.
I currently work as a key account manager.
I'm a cameraman.
The entire competition from paper to on ground took us about 10 months to execute. I wouldn't say there was a lot of tricky or difficult situations we faced. A lot of it was manageable, but the one thing that needed a little bit more extra attention was convincing people that it was actually possible to take races from a virtual world and put them into reality. Because the basic is there. You're using the steering wheel, you're using pedals. So if you can get the basics down, to transfer them into reality wasn't really an issue. Congratulations to the top 45. Well done. Give yourself a round of applause. At the semi-finals, 45 participants will be broken into 3 groups. We'll have the red team, the blue team, and the green team.
So the top 45 will be grouped by seeding, and we'll spread them out evenly, so it's nice and even throughout 3 groups. Basically, first fastest driver go to Group A, second fastest Group B, third fastest Group C, fourth fastest Group A, and so on and so forth. So, but it means that the guys who maybe aren't so good, you still have to race against the top guys. But with a bit more practice, a bit more testing, maybe you don't like Suzuka, but you're better at other tracks, it gives you the opportunity to try and make the final. And you race within your group at different tracks. And after all the races are done during that semi-final, then only the top 5 then go to the final from each group. So then we have 15 drivers in the final. So in the semi-finals, we started off with 2 fantasy tracks, Dragon Trail Seaside, and then we went to Maggiore as well, which are really challenging tracks to drive, but they are fantasy tracks.
So in race 1 of round 1 was the red group, and on pole position was Mio Hafiz in the yellow Maybank car, followed by Amo in the black JD sports car.
This time Mio Hafiz goes on the inside, Amo has to defend once again. Mio outside, Mio side by side, Mio Hafiz brave move, and he forces Amo onto the camber. Fourth change of lead between these two. P1 will be Mio Hafiz, who will go across the line in first place. Mio takes it ahead of Amir Hazi.
For Blue Group's race 1, Taichi in the black and red DCS car dominated from the front, but behind him there was plenty of action.
Look at that, he's already a bit ahead. Mika taking the inside line, very nice and tidy, and will be able to stay ahead of him. And Uzair is now, he's been going through this whole race attacking Tadashi, but now the Predator has become the prey. Is coming up and Cairo!
Oh man, I just thought we were going to have another contender, but there you go. A huge gap is going to be open from him there. Very true. And I guess Taichi is going to go for the first finish line there, of course. And I guess that's going to be followed there by Tadici.
In Green Group's race 1, a race-long battle between Danish and Sunny Kazu meant that Jai was able to pull away at the front to win the race.
Look at him going side by side here, trying to find a way to outbreak his rival, but he takes the inside line, and that's going to be perfect execution there. The EGG car now in second place. Danesh now losing out, almost there. Trying to go for the side trap as it goes down to Dev chicane, but Danesh, he fails it. He runs chicken, and unfortunately that is a P3 here for Danesh.
Runs chicken was the adjective, isn't that fair? The race winner, Jai, as Jai comes up the hill and crosses the line in first place. Jai, fastest to qualify, thumbs up from him.
Red Group's race 2 was at the beautiful Maggiore racetrack, and there was plenty of action. But out at front, it was still Mio taking his second race win of the day.
Big smile for us. Mio, my word.
Very comfortable for him, very comfortable.
Here we go,
Oh, what a noble take actually from
Hosai goes back into P3. Can he hold on? Plenty of grass, plenty of dirt. Those two are competing for the 20 points available for P3. DJ goes round the outside and Tofik on the inside. Tofik manages to get through. Can he hold on? Tofik is through is the answer. But it's Mio who takes the first place.
For Blue Group's race 2, there were tyre wear issues, and this meant that the racing was close. But at the front, it was Taichi for his second win of the day.
So much.
Oh, look at this. What a turn there. Oh, yes, he did. Oh, no. Wait. He still side by side. But somehow, I guess that is believed to be Aaron Sim, right?
ZK trying to go around the outside, gonna quite get in front of him, but he's still within range to get a side trap. He just needs to slow him down enough. He takes the inside line. He's very aggressive here.
In Green Group's race 2, we saw a thrilling race with the lead exchanged many times. But ultimately, it was Sharo in the chrome axle car winning over Jai.
Jai almost losing it towards the end. They're getting a bit loose, but now Shahril has to back off a little bit. Looks like Jai is able to recover pretty swimmingly there as we enter Sector 2. That was very good defensive driving there for Danesh. You know, he knew that he found out that Sony Kazu was not fast enough to overcome him, but no, looks like Sony Kazu now taking the inside line, just takes it very cleanly for Danesh there. A bit of mistake, I think, for the guy in the purple car. No surprise there, Bior, he's been leading very strongly throughout. Even got fastest lap actually for race number 2, so that's why he has 28 points. So fantastic result for him. He's having 55, definitely in the lead here for the Red Group. Again, no surprise there, Taichi Agami is going to be leading throughout. He has 54 points. Looking at that, the rest of the list here, Cairo is in 3rd right now in the championship. It's going to be very contentious between him and Zaire. Both of them are just basically trading 3rd and 4th position here. There we go. So Muhammad Faisal Kames is going to be leading the championship by 49 points, and Sony Kazu 2nd place in the championship right now with 44.
Yeah, he had a great ride today. Yeah.
For the qualifying, I did quite a fast lap. I thought I had the pole in back, but then Mio came out with one heck of a lap as well, so he was 1 temp up. And then during the race, let's just say it was one tiny mistake, and that was enough to give me a penalty. So unfortunately, I couldn't capitalize on trying to get that good qualifying time and be close to him.
Of course, being one step closer to achieve the dream is obviously one of the blessing moments right now. It's not every day that I have this kind of feeling. I can one step closer to be my dream.
The track is very tough, and then the car, not many can master the car. It takes time.